don't know about you guys, but I've been obsessed with watching Pokemon challenge runs on YouTube recently. Mainly I have Pikasprey and Mah-Dry-Bread to thank for that. In fact, MDB is the inspiration for this video. You'll find out why a little bit later in the video. So what could I possibly do that's both challenging and fun? Well, why not praise the almighty god of Pokemon and run with it? Can I beat Pokemon Blue using just an Omanyte and using no TMs? Why no TMs, you might ask? Well, because how dare you question the great Lord Helix fossil on its moveset? But this is where the challenge presents itself. Omanyte is a bit of a lopsided Pokemon with very high defense and special attack, while everything else gets kinda left behind. That's not where the challenge lies though. This is. Yeah, we're only gonna actually know 2 moves until the level 34. Omanyte only learns 4 attacking moves in the entire game, and one of them is a measly 20 for power. Spike Cannon only deals 20 at level 46. I guess that's just another Gen 1ism. So I then have a choice. Do I keep Withdraw for the entire run and boost my already decent defense stat, or do I replace it with Leer and lower my opponent's stat? I'm leaning a bit more towards Withdraw for the moment, but we'll see as we progress. As for the rules, I can only use Omanyte. I can use other Pokemon for HMs, but I can't use them in battle. No healing items during the battles, and I can't use glitches or exploits, so I can't get any extra rare candies. All leveling has to be done legit, or with items that I find around the map. Right, I think we're all set, so let's go and praise almighty Lord Helix. Using the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, I replace Squirtle with Omanyte, just to keep the typings lined up a little bit. I take Omanyte and I name it Lord Helix for historical purposes. I then do the first rival fight and realise something that I completely slipped my mind. Omanyte isn't just a water type, he's a rock type too, so Tackle does basically nothing. Water Gun isn't very effective, but it's effective enough and we win quite easily, but we don't level up. Weird to see that after every time you do that fight, usually you level up. Odd. Anyway, after delivering Oak's Parcel and doing the optional rival fight for the valuable experience, we move on to Viridian Forest. In Viridian Forest, the first fight I find is against a Pikachu. Yes. After so many years of playing this game and coming across a Pikachu on the first attempt is a little bit annoying considering how much time I've actually spent in the past looking for a Pikachu in that goddamn forest. But anyway, we kill it straight away. Anyway, while in the forest, I ran out of power points on Water Gun, and I didn't really want to run all the way back to the Pokemon Center just to restore power points. Now, what I did next was probably just quicker to just go back to the Pokemon Center. So I found a random Kakuna, and I had a little bit of a defense up off. It was spamming Harden, I was spamming Withdraw, and that then meant that once that battle was done, I struggled my way out of the forest. Yeah. Probably would have been just quicker, I just gone back to the Pokemon Center. Anyway, I then decided to go straight for Brock, thinking that I have enough levels and Water Guns to get through, and I one-shot sweep the trainer in the gym and Brock respectively. Possibly the easiest fight in the game. Now on for Mount Moon and Cerulean City. It's about halfway through the string of trainers that are before Mount Moon that I realised that this might actually be a super easy challenge, because I'm just breezing past most people. Let's just quickly check Bulbapedia again. Okay, so looking at this, it looks like I might have an issue with Lieutenant Surge and Gym Leader Erica, but at the rate that we're leveling, hopefully this won't be an issue. Back to the game. Before leaving Mount Moon, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say, you'd ask. Actually, now that I think about it, ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, that's the first and last time I'm plagiarizing that joke. Thanks MDB, and this is the reason that I'm doing this challenge run. I make it to Cerulean and it's time for the rival fight. Pidgeotto is out first and nails us with 3 sand attacks and a quick attack. Luckily, Water Gun hits a bunch of times and takes Pidgeotto out just fine. Next is Abra, and it's down in way too many Water Guns due to Sand Attack making us miss nearly every single time. Rattata then gets one shot by a Water Gun, and finally it's time for Bulbasaur, and by this point it knows Vine Whip. It hits us and wipes out most of our health. This is bad, and I think we're going to have to grind the hell out of Lord Felix just to brute force our way past Bulbasaur. While grinding, I realised that water moves don't really affect us, so I attempt Misty. Staryu was out first and we're pretty evenly matched, even critting at the same time. Staryu took a lot out of Lord Helix though, and a Water Gun and a Bubble Beam from Starmie take us out. Back to the grind. At level 30, I do the rival fight again. Pidgeotto goes down almost in one Water Gun before getting a quick attack in, and then goes down another Water Gun. This time not hitting Sand Attack. This is good. Abra is out next and it's a Cakewalk due to only knowing Teleport. One Water Gun sends it down to a Sliver before I take it out. Next up is Rattata, and it's a one-shot with a Water Gun. Finally, it's Bulbasaur. Water Gun and Vine Whip seem to do almost equal damage. This is most likely going to come down to speed. I hit it with a third Water Gun and Bulbasaur goes down, winning us the fight. We do everything that is left to do in Cerulean City before moving on to Misty's gym. Staryu goes down in 3 Water Guns, but Starmie looks like it might be a bit of an issue with Bubble Beam. A crit from Bubble Beam and a crit from Water Gun send us down. That was just really unlucky. We're almost there though, and it's not just beating Starmie, but also learning that third move. In 2 more levels, we'll have Horn Attack. Time to grind for that final move. On the third time, Staryu goes down in 2 Water Guns, and I manage to time it just right so that Lord Helix levels up and learns Horn Attack as Starmie comes out. It's now or never, or at least now until a few more levels. Starmie goes down to 4 Horn Attacks and we escape this fight with half health, earning us the Cascade badge. Right, now time to go to the SSN. The biggest issue that we've had up to this point is a lack of power points, but now that we have Horn Attack, this won't really be an issue since now we have 50 power points across 2 moves, Water Gun and Horn Attack. On the SSN, we take out every single trainer with ease for the experience and then move on to the rival fight. Pidgeotto goes down in 2 Horn Attacks but gets a Sand Attack in before doing so. Not ideal. Then it's Raticate. He hits a quick attack and I miss a Horn Attack. On the next round, it's a 1-hit KO with Horn Attack. That thing is insanely weak. No wonder we killed it. Kadabra then goes down to 1 Horn Attack and then it's Ivysaur out and we end up missing a lot of Horn Attacks. We get Leech Seeded and Ivysaur gets healed up with a potion too. But it's not the end of the world though, because we end up maintaining accuracy for a nice and easy win against our rival. We move into the captain's quarters, rub his back, get cut, catch a Bellsprout, teach it cut, and then never use it in battle. We only ever use it as an HM sleeve. To get cut, I then had to get rid of something out of my bag. I use a rare candy on Omanyte, reasoning it to level 39, and it teaches us Leer. Only 2 moves left to learn from this point. On to Lieutenant Surge. I got lucky with the switch puzzle with it being in the last bin that I checked. And then I turned to the nearest one and it unlocked the door. That might be the quickest I've ever done that puzzle onto the fight. First out is Voltorb and it goes down to 2 Horn Attacks after it pretty much just wastes 2 turns. Next is a measly level 18 Pikachu. It's no match for a single Horn Attack. Finally out is Raichu. Thunderbolt really hurts us, nearly taking off half my health, but instead of going for it again, they go for Thunder Shock, and it doesn't deal much damage. I guess that's the brilliant Gen 1 AI at its finest right there. A few Horn Attacks get us the win and the Thunder Badge. Moving on to Rock Tunnel, and I don't have Flash, but the years of doing this on the original Game Boy without it has made it a breeze on memory alone. We get through there and I skip the Pokemon Tower for the time being. We might as well just leave that until we have the Silph Scope. On the way through Route 8, we level up and then Spike Cannon. I give it a go and I was actually pleasantly surprised at how powerful it is at my current level. Maybe I'll have to keep this around for the time being. I kept Leer rather than Withdraw for the time being. Now onto the game corner. Yet again it's a cakewalk, and I always found it amusing that if you stand on the left of the grunt as he drops the card key, you're still standing on it and you have to move off it. It's just one of them little things that I like. Rule 32, enjoy the little things. On to Giovanni. First out is Onix and it's 1 shot with Water Gun. Second out is Rhyhorn and he suffers the same fate. Third out is Kangaskhan and that goes down to 2 Water Guns, winning us the fight. I'm starting to think this challenge might not actually be a challenge. We pick up the Silph Scope and make our way back to Lavender Town to conquer the Pokemon Tower. Oops, I actually forgot there was a rival fight here. Oh, let's just blow past this guy. Pidgeotto goes down to 2 Horn Attacks after wasting a turn on Whirlwind, which is absolutely useless in trainer battles. Second out is Gyarados. It too goes down to 2 Horn Attacks, and thankfully misses a Hydro Pump. Might have been a close one there. Growlithe is out third and Water Gun makes light work of him. Kadabra is 4th out and goes down to 2 hits of Spike Cannon. Really underestimated that move. And now for Ivysaur. I go for Spike Cannon one more time and it miraculously hits Ivysaur 5 times. Precisely what we need to take it out. Rival, down. Onto Cubone's mother. Along the way, I remember that the only move that can hit ghosts in this place is our Water Gun, so we might have to be somewhat conservative even with the healing square in the middle of the tower. Marowak is the strongest Pokemon we've fought to date, and it goes down in 1 Water Gun. Why was I worried about this learn set? TMs would have made this less fun. With that done, we grab the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji, get rid of Snorlax, catch a Pokemon that can learn Fly, get Fly, teach that Pokemon Fly, and then move on to Erica's Grass Gym. This could go really badly though. Grass is what we're most vulnerable to. Anyway, let's give it a crack. We don't even make it to Erica. That's when I realized how bad this could be. Just the trainers in the gym are making this a challenge now. Anyway, we heal up and go after Erica. First out is Victory Bell, and it nearly takes us out right away with a critical hit from Razor Leaf. Horn Attack takes it to a sliver, but it gets healed up with the Super Potion. I took a gamble and switched to Spike Cannon, and it only hit twice, losing us the fight to another Razor Leaf. I go for one more attempt before moving on, and Victory Bell got another critical hit with Razor Leaf on us, but luckily only took 2 Horn Attacks to take it out this time. Next out was Tangela, and that went down to 2 Horn Attacks as well after it used Bind. And that only took off 1 health point each time it hit, which is, fine. Finally, it's time for Vileplume. He gets down to what will be red health in the other games, but a Petal Dance takes us the hell out. We desperately need more levels here. So let's go do Koga and the Safari Zone instead. This is when I realized that I forgot to grab a bicycle. How the hell did I manage that? It's like an integral part of the game. Anyway, no matter. I fly to Vermilion, grab the voucher, go back to Cerulean, trade it for an actual bike, and then make my way to the cycle path. Time to grind all these trainers here. Along the way, we learn the final move that we'll learn in this run, Hydro Pump. I feel like we're going to need some PowerPoint ups for this move though. It's only got 5, and especially for the Elite 4, this could end up being a game changer. Next is the Safari Zone. We pick up the gold teeth, get Surf, give the gold teeth to the guy that gives you strength, and then we move on to the challenge Yoga. Koga. I wrote Yoga. God damn it. First out is Coughing, and it almost goes down in a single water gun. It must have 2 health points right there. Anyway, one hit of Spike Cannon finishes it off. Second out is Muck. I attempt Hydro Pump but miss and get poisoned by Sludge. My second attempt at Hydro Pump hits and one-shots Muck. I should probably be a little bit weary of that poison though. Third out is Coughing, and that goes out to 2 water guns again. Finally out is Wheezing, and it's a one-shot with Hydro Pump. Super easy, and the Soul Badge is ours. Now it's time to go try Erica again. We're level 59 now. We're 30 levels ahead of her team. This should be easy, but it's Gen 1. You never know. Victory Bell goes down in 2 horn attacks, but crits us with Razor Leaf again for major damage. I think this is a loss already. Next out is Tangler, and 1 Hydro Pump takes care of that. I then attempt the same strategy with Vileplume, and it works, earning us the Rainbow Badge and hitting level 60. Next is Saffron City. First, I go grab some water and give it to the guy who lets you through the path. If that's all the reason that was keeping that thing closed, then why didn't anybody just ask, is there anything I can do for you? Like, did anyone try to bribe this guy? Anyway, I gained some experience in the fighting dojo before moving on to the Team Rocket in Silphco. Silphco. I think I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, which is where I forgot about another rival fight. I'm not ready for this, and I can't use items in battle neither. Ugh, alright, let's just attempt this anyway. Pidgeotto deals us next to nothing and goes down easily. Gyarados misses 1 Hydro Pump, but then hits another one and crits us. We go down to that. Right, time to go for this again with full health and full power points. Pidgeotto goes down in 1 Hydro Pump. Gyarados goes down in 3 horn attacks, and we survive a non-crit Hydro Pump. Growler's out, and it's no match for Water Gun as usual. Alakazam is out next, and we miss a Hydro Pump, but hit the second one and one-shot it. Last out is Venusaur. This could go either way. I Hydro Pump, and it takes Venusaur down to a third of health. Venusaur Razor Leafs us and takes us out. That's not the best. Second attempt, and it doesn't go any better. Third attempt is the same. In the end, it takes me 5 attempts. After the 4th, I grinded on every single trainer in the building. In the end, we got lucky by Hydro Pumping Venusaur to a third of its health, but then got extremely lucky when it used Vine Whip instead of Razor Leaf. It went down after 1 horn attack after that, and now it's time for Giovanni. We heal up and take him on. Nidorino goes down to 2 horn attacks, Kangaskhan goes down to 1 water gun, Rhyhorn goes down to 1 water gun, and Nidoqueen goes down to 1 Hydro Pump. Seriously, how is this guy even the leader of this team? Or a gym? Makes no sense. Next up is Sabrina. I beat every single trainer in the gym before challenging her for the experience. Here we go. First out is Kadabra, and it goes down in 2 water guns and hits us with a Psychic and chips a little bit of health off. Second out is Mr. Mime, and it goes down in 1 Hydro Pump. Third out is Venomoth, and the first Hydro Pump misses and we get paralyzed with Stun Spore. A second attempt at Hydro Pump sends it down. Finally, Sabrina sends out Alakazam, and she uses Reflect. It's not good enough to defend against Hydro Pump, and we end up winning the Marsh Badge. Now it's time for Cinnabar Island. The Pokemon Mansion is a far cry from Rock Tunnel. I genuinely don't remember where I'm going, and I end up exiting the building accidentally without even getting the key. Ugh, god damn it. I go back in, and this time I actually find the key before I exit. In fact, the encounter rate is just so crazily high in this place that I don't even try and get out. I just use an escape rope. I heal up and go after Gym Leader Blaine. In the gym, I skip all the trivia questions and just go for the trainers to open the doors. As you would expect, I one-shot sweep the first 3 of Blaine's Pokemon and then take the final Arcanine down to a Sliver before finishing it off. Volcano Badge done. Now it's time for Giovanni in the Viridian Gym. And it's even easier than Blaine. I one-shot the entire team, including the level 50 Rhydon. But with that, we have 8 badges, and now it's time for the Victory Road and the Elite 4. But first, rival time again. First out is Pidgeot, no match for Hydro Pump. Second is Rhyhorn, down in 1 water gun. Third is Gyarados, down in 2 horn attacks. And the first one thankfully critted. Fourth is Growlithe, and it's down in 1 water gun as well. Fifth is Alakazam, and it hits us with a Psychic and then wastes a Reflect before going down. Finally, Venusaur is out, and I had no idea how this was going to go. Hydro Pump basically does nothing, same with Horn Attack, and it takes us out with Vine Whip and Razor Leaf. We need more levels from somewhere. At level 75, I try again, and I actually almost get taken out by the Alakazam when it crit us with a Psychic. We definitely need more levels. That's when I remember that there's an area of this game that I haven't even touched yet, and it's teeming with trainers. I go east of Fuchsia City because I hadn't even touched that area, so I go do that and then try the rival fight again. There's so many trainers in Pokemon that I eventually have to start struggling my way through fights. Lord Helix makes it easy work though, and we end up at level 77, and I think I should hit level 78 during this next rival fight. And that's exactly what happens after taking out the Pidgeot. This is good. We get all the way through his team to Venusaur. With 120 health points left, he crits us with Razor Leaf again. This doesn't bode well for the Pokemon League. Luckily we got the same luck as last time though. Instead of using Razor Leaf and taking us out completely, Venusaur uses Vine Whip, taking us down to a measly 28 health points, and we finally beat our rival. Now it's time for the Elite Four. We make it through Victory Road and deposit my HM slaves into the PC, stock up on some items to use between battles, and then we head in to face the Elite Four. While I'm doing this, comment down below as to which challenge I should do next. This is super fun to do. Alright, first up, Lorelei. She sends out Dugong first, and after using Rest, it goes down in a few horn attacks. Second is Cloyster, and it actually really hurts us with Clamp, taking off 70 health points. But Horn Attack and Water Gun dispatch it quickly. Third out is Slowbro, and it actually took down a whole bunch of our power points thanks to using a ton of withdraws. It goes down eventually thanks to Horn Attack and Spike Cannon. Fourth out is Jinx, and it goes down in 2 Water Guns. She's easy. Fifth out is Lapras, and Lord Helix just spams Horn Attack in the hopes that Hydro Pump doesn't take us out first. We survive with 14 health points. That was close, but that's 1 battle down, 4 to go. The second battle is against Bruno. He sends out Onix first, Water Gun one-shots it. He then sends out Hitmonchan, Water Gun one-shots it. Then it's Hitmonlee, Water Gun one-shots it. Then there's another Onix, Water Gun one-shots it. And then finally it's Machamp, and Water Gun two-shots it. That was almost as easy as Giovanni. Funnily, I actually went to heal up after this fight and didn't even register the fact that none of Bruno's Pokemon even touched me, so that's a plus. Next is Agatha, the Ghost Trainer, and this is where I think a problem could come. I feel like we might need a few more levels just to get past her, but that's just me judging before the fight. Let's do this. Gengar is out first, and the 2 worst possible things happen. We get confused and sent to sleep. A few Nightshades and Dreamy as later, and we're down. I just knew Agatha was going to be a problem. On the second run, we dispatch Gengar straight away with Hydro Pump. Golbat doesn't take long either thanks to Horn Attack, and Horn Attack goes down to a few Water Guns. Finally, it's Agatha's second Gengar. Rather than mess around, I Hydro Pump it for the win. In hindsight though, I probably should have just Water Gunned Gengar due to being paralysed. This would have eliminated 2 of its moves since Hypnosis wouldn't have done anything, and then that also knocks out Dream Eater. But you know, hindsight is 2020 and all that. Next up is Dragon Trainer Lance, and I get hit with 2 Hydro Pumps and 1 crits and rocks us. Horn Attack takes the Gyarados out, but this isn't looking good. Second out is Dragonair, and it's down to 1 Water Gun and a Horn Attack. But we're all the way down to 36 health points though, so we need to be careful. Third out is the second Dragonair, and it takes us out with Dragon Rage. We're probably going to need to level up just to survive long enough to win this one. I then decide to save some time rather than grinding, and ran around the entire map collecting as many rare candies and PowerPoint ups as possible. I pour 3 PowerPoint ups into Hydro Pump and 1 into Water Gun. I then gave Lord Helix 4 rare candies and boosted its level up to 90. Right, these are our stats now. We have amazing defense and special, but attack and speed aren't the most incredible thing ever. Now let's try the Pokemon League again. Lorelei gets in a few good hits on us, but it's of no matter, and we win. Move on to Bruno, and we sweep him as well. Next up is Agatha. Gengar rocks us, but Water Gun takes it out. Golbat goes down in 2 Horn Attacks, and we get taken out by a goddamn Arbok. Ugh, I'm starting to feel this might not actually be possible. We then get back up to Agatha, and we take out Arbok. Sweet revenge. Finally out is Gengar, and I take no chances and sweep it with Hydro Pump. Back to Lance. Gyarados takes a Hydro Pump and a Horn Attack before we have to face the 2 Dragonairs. They both go down to a combination of Horn Attack and Water Gun. Next out is Aerodactyl, and that's down in 1 Water Gun as well. Then it's time for the big boy, Dragonite. I Hydro Pump it and take it down to a quarter of health. A Horn Attack takes it down to a sliver, and it gets Hyper Potioned. I Hydro Pump it 1 more time and then take it down in the next turn, beating the Elite Four and moving us on to the champion. But who's the champion? It's our rival again. Woo! Yay, no one saw this coming. First out is Pidgeot, and we only have 2 power points left on Hydro Pump, so this could go either way. I hit it with Water Gun and get a lucky crit. That was amazing. Next out is Alakazam, and we hit it with 2 Water Guns. Alakazam even used 2 Reflects. Pointless, but that's good for us. Third out is Rhydon. Water Gun sweeps it to 0 in 1 shot. I think I just managed to use every descriptive in this video to describe what just happened there. Yay me. Fourth out is Gyarados, and it nails us with a bunch of Hydro Pumps. This is bad. Arcanine is down to 1 Unicorn? Why have I written Unicorn? Arcanine is down in 1 unicorn. Arcanine is down in 1 water gun, but I doubt we are going to survive Venusaur. A Hydro Pump takes a lot of health off Venusaur, but he finishes off with a Razor Leaf. God damn it. I power my way back through the champion on the first attempt, and it's back to Venusaur, and it doesn't go well. I go for the Hydro Pump and miss. Venusaur sets up a Solar Beam. I then hit the second one, but it's not enough. Solar Beam wipes us out. It takes a few more attempts to get back there, and in the process, Lord Helix hits level 100. But 2 Hydro Pumps later, and Venusaur is taken out, and we are officially the Pokemon League champion, beating the game and the challenge, beating Pokemon Blue or Red with only a single Omanyte without using TMs. Oh, wow. Alright, that was actually extremely fun, and honestly, I can't wait to do another one. Comment down below what you think I should try next. Again, thank you to all the Pokemon Challenge runners on YouTube for inspiring this video during this current outbreak, especially Pikasprey and Mah-Dry-Bread. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget, comment down below what challenge I should try next. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell, like the video, and as I've just said, comment. I have been Jake, he has been Lord Helix, and we'll see you in the next one.